to the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, man? What's going on? You know how it
Yes,
is.
sir. Another day.
Tuesday.
Yep.
Big time. You know, Taco Tuesday. That's what it is.
That's what they
That's
call
what
it.
they call it.
That's what they call it. That's what I heard.
Taco Tuesday. You know, seeing all these players. You know, Draymond got married.
Everybody's there together.
And Lil Man.
Yeah.
Rich Paul.
Yeah.
Itty bitty, man. Itty bitty, dude. I ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the tallest, but
shoot, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Compared to them, he's
Yeah.
midgets.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Compared to us.
Yeah, that too.
Dude look like he's about 5'3", but I mean he's filthy. He's filthy.
Absolutely.
He's filthy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when he he itty bitty, but I heard you, boy. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
I'm good. It's good. Blessed today. I'll tell you what, God works in mysterious ways and way better day to day, baby. Tell you that. How's your day today, brother?
Can't complain, man. You know what I'm saying? That nice old lunch walk, you know what I'm saying? I got exercise, get that in there and all that kind of good stuff. But,
Absolutely.
So, hey, we got a bang. Who we got on today?
Got Mr. Coach Shawn today.
Okay.
Yellow Jackets president.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yesterday, we had Ryan, Coach Montgomery, and Coach Collins on. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that great opportunity that these young bucks have to go on college tours. You know what I'm saying? And the great thing that I like about it is steadily building. You know what I'm saying? When they first started doing stuff here, it was showcases. Then it was like, let's take them on college tour. Now it's game day experience. All that great stuff. And he shared that, you know, his brother's doing something with baseball, like his sister something doing with basketball. They just spreading it all out, so in different states. So hats off to them, hats off to P2P and everybody else. You know, the mayor did his thing yesterday. So, hey, it's time to get it. You know how we do. Big time. So we got Coach Shawn coming on, Donigan, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we're supposed to have Chris Rabin, and then we got on Thursday a little special treat. Athletic director April's going to be on here on Thursday. So, hey, man, you know how we do.
Absolutely.
Doing what we do. Let's see what's going on. Guys, you know where to check us at? It's right there. Mark and Will Show, all that. It's right there. You see all the logos, different stuff. www.markandwillshow.com. Go ahead. We drop some good things on there and funny things, all kinds of stuff. So be on the lookout for that because there's going to be some stuff that drops tonight. Without a doubt. So check it out. Big time. FNC. Got to get with the people, see what's going on, see what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, Friday, like we said, is high school, so we're going to have to go ahead and try to chop up something. We'll come up with something and get that to you guys because there's plenty of stuff that done popped off.
Absolutely.
This past week itself, so check it all out. You know, so we do. And this right here is the gaming.
Yeah, the gaming. I promise y'all, it's coming. But me and bruh, it's so much of it. Everything has to be right. We not coming on here to give y'all some BS. It's gonna be right. But we coming. I promise you that. And we taking our challenges. So don't trip.
I started playing that the show.
Did you?
Man, I hit about 30 home runs yesterday, bro. I was like, whoa, man, I was computer jumped out on me with like 23 or something. I said, bro, what are you talking about? You ain't the only one can hit this up out of here. So yeah, man, it's fun. So I ain't gonna lie. You know, I got all my stuff, my other jobs with the ass stuff out the way. So when I leave her, I'm going straight on the sticks and I'm gonna play me Atlanta Braves against the Yankees. Then I'm gonna go ahead. Yep. And then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna knock their teeth loose. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a derby home run challenge. It's on against the Yankees. Yeah, I ain't playing. I ain't gonna go against no Orioles or something like that. Nah, man. Shoot, I played it the first time the other day, and shut somebody out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's on, man.
Yes,
so it's what it's about. Speaking
yes,
of baseball, let's get it.
Yes, sir. I'm going to y'all with the scores from yesterday, Monday, August 15th. First game out the gate, Atlanta Braves beat the Mets 13-1.
Needed it.
Then you got the Dodgers who beat Milwaukee 4-0. And this is of course this is a doubleheader. It was a makeup game from July 17th. The Guardians beat Detroit 4-1. Phillies beat the Reds 4-3. Miami beat Padres 3-0. And like I said, it was a doubleheader. Detroit ended up beating the Guardians late on that day, 7-5.
They come back.
Right. Washington beat Chicago Cubs 5-4. Rays beat the Yankees 4-0. Baltimore beat Blue Jays 7-3. Twins took care of KC 4-2. Texas beat the A's 2-1. White Sox beat Houston 4-2. Seattle beat the Angels 6-2. Then the Giants beat the Diamondbacks 6-1. Tuesday, August 16th, and you have a lot of games that's actually on right now. Red Sox is up on Pittsburgh 5-0 at the top of the fourth. Atlanta and Mets is on 0-0.
Come on,
in the third.
Come on.
Phillies and Reds. Phillies is up 5-3, top of the fifth. Padres is down to Miami 2-0, bottom of the fourth. Cubs is up on Washington 2-0, top of the fourth. Dang, Yankees is losing to the Rays again. 3-0, top of the fourth. They got time. Baltimore is losing to the Blue Jays 2-0, bottom of the third. Detroit is up on the Guardians again 4-1, top of the third. That's 3 days in a row. Jesus. We got KC and Twins 0-0, top of the second. Rockies and St. Louis 0-0. Game just started. A's and Texas 0-0. Game just started. Then you got games coming on as we are doing the show. You got LA Dodgers and the Brewers, Astros and White Sox. You got Seattle and Angels, Diamondbacks and Giants.
The standings, what you now and think about it is that Yankees done lost 2 in a row. You know what I'm saying? But they still got a 10-game lead over the Rays in the American League East. In the American League Central, you have the Guardians with a 2-game lead over the Twins and a 2-game lead over the White Sox. The White Sox has been rolling, and they're like, oh, this is going down to a 3-team thing. We're not going to play games without a doubt. So in the West, American League West, you got the Astros with a healthy 12-game lead over the Mariners. In the National League East, you got the Mets with a 4.5-game lead over the Braves. That's why this series is important. I think it was last week, the Mets won like 3 games or 4-1, so time for the Braves to return that favor. In the Central, you have the Cardinals with a 2-game lead over the Brewers. They're going back and forth. In the West, you got the Dodgers with the 17-game lead over the Padres. That's why I said it yesterday. It was so important that Tatis got 80-game suspension. You know, they saying there's some kind of ointment that he used. Yeah. And they had stuff in there. So,
oh wow.
You know, come on, man. You can't do all that kind of stuff. You guys are trying for a playoff spot for that number 2 wild card, and you know, Brewers are there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't mess up with that. And the Phillies are there.
Right.
So that kind of stuff hurts big time. And I'll tell you what, I used to get so mad at the Braves, you know, with the Farm League. But, man, they have brought up 2 monster dudes. Money Mike Harris, the center fielder, been there for about at least a month now. He's been rocking and rolling, doing things, center field, catching everything. And Grissom, he done came in there knocking home runs. He's an infielder. Now they're bringing up Tarnick and Goings. They're coming up from the minor leagues, another top prospects. Hey, do your thing, Braves.
Absolutely. I
love our resources that we have as far as being able to watch anything. Because last night I caught the end, even though the game was out of control.
Right.
But I just clicked on the Braves, and there they were. Bing! So, hey, man, it's a beautiful time. It's that time everything's going to start being, you know, playing at the same time, and basketball's going to start back up too as far as practice.
Rocking and rolling.
Yeah, man, it's what it is. WNBA. So, you know, playoffs are set, and so right now, you know, you got the little bracket there and already read it yesterday, but August the 13th, you got the Liberty against Sky, which is at Chicago. This is first round games is all Wednesday, August the 17th. So we talking about tomorrow. Mercury against the Aces is the second game. This is all on ESPN2 for the first game, ESPN for the second game, and you see Vegas 15-point favorite over Mercury.
Yep.
That is so funny. That's, Tarasi's team. They used to be rocking and rolling.
Right.
Aces is rolling. Sky is an 8-point over Liberty. The Liberty got in there. I'm glad to see them get in there because
they squeezed in there barely.
They
barely got in
because for the past 2 years they've been garbage. So,
right.
That right there, so that's going to be something.
First matchup though.
And then they follow up on Thursday. You have the Sun against the Wings, 8 o'clock. That's ESPNU. Connecticut 10-point favorite. You have the Storm, Seattle, they play the Mystics, which is 4-point favorite. And this I like it because it ain't no division. They just everybody play each other. Go.
Right.
Ain't no split. Let's go. And we'll see what's going on. So that should be interesting right there. We'll see what's going on. You never know. You got the best out of 3, then you got the 5, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Right. That should be good right there.
Yeah, it should be a good one, big time. Let's see here. What we got? Bang, right off the bat. Cuzzo's team, the Giants, Tyrod Taylor may get some first team snaps, reps, but Jones still the starter. That's what the head coach says.
Yeah. He got to say that.
Yee.
He got to say that.
And this Daniel Jones, same guy that was talking about, hey, man, he's going to, wait today. He's going to make the bounce.
Yeah.
This is year 3 or something like that. He's going to be good to
Absolutely.
go. And the journeyman has landed on Plymouth Rock.
Absolutely.
Plymouth Rock has not landed on the journeyman. The journeyman. And I'm going to tell you, hey, man, that's not good.
Nah, it ain't. And the crazy thing about it, Taylor is not a bad quarterback.
No, he's not.
He had just been in some messed up situations. The doctor got him together. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was in, was that in Buffalo? No, that was in Cleveland when he got punched. Was that in Cleveland when he got punched with a thing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because in Buffalo he did okay, but I think he got hurt.
He got hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
Was it Buffalo? It might have been.
Was it?
I think it was Buffalo. I think because Baker was there or whatever. So yeah. But he done touched every team.
He done touched every team, but it's almost like the injury bug keep getting him or something. Yeah. But he's a decent quarterback. I'm not gonna be surprised if he gets this job.
Dude, I would love to have him as my backup. You know what I'm saying? Because if dude gets hurt, he can run the offense, man.
Exactly.
What's up? How you doing, Shan? How you doing, Mom? But yeah, that right there, when I saw that, I was like, oh man. Right. Already?
He knows so crazy.
Already.
Ooh, Jones, he's gonna mess up on accident because he's feeling that pressure on him.
They're gonna yank him.
Oh, he's done.
They're gonna yank him.
So he no interception.
And you know who else is feeling the pressure? The head coach.
Yep.
He's feeling it.
Yep.
So he's like, dude, what he's doing, he's seeing something in practice that he does not like.
He don't like it.
He's like, oh. Tyrod, you ready?
You're right. We brought you here for
the books. You know the book. You know the playbook, right? Wow, man, if you are a Giants fan, you have to be irate that this is happening.
Absolutely.
Year 3, this dude was the same. But we told you guys, Jones, the same Jones that was at Duke running around.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Now, and he had a hell of a coach as Cutcliffe. He coached Peyton. He coached all this stuff. He coached Eli and Peyton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he has the knowledge and the tools to do this. Daniel Jones is just a runner, man.
Right. That's all he has.
And they showed up. And
who trips on his own feet.
And I'm going to tell you, there's no other, I take it back. Nah, there's no other concrete starter coming in the season, because he was a starter coming in the season, that is get ready to share reps with the backup quarterback on first team.
All right, we saw enough of you, Jones. Come on, real quick.
Wow. That's embarrassing.
We need to run play, Jones. Come out. We don't want to run you to death. We're going to get him out.
That's embarrassing. that's a wrap, man. That's a wrap,
yeah.
And like you said, as soon as he mess up,
it's a wrap. Get him out of here.
and that reeks of a coach that is desperate.
Oh, yeah, because he don't want to lose his job.
Yeah, he knows it's a wrap. He knows it's over.
He does not want to lose that job.
You know, it's over for him. Yeah, so he's like, that's what matters. Get him out of there, bro. Get out of there, dude. Get ready. What we got? 49ers cut former first round pick, Darquez Denard, and actually he was a first round pick with the Bengals, and they got him. I don't know if it might have been a trade and all this kind of stuff. And what caught my eye on this is that dude only been in the league like 2-3 years, dude. You know what I'm saying? I think he's from Michigan State or something like that. Nothing's guaranteed, fellas.
No, it's not.
Nothing's guaranteed. You know, it's audition for everybody unless you got that, you know, that contract that's guaranteed fully, and they can still get you out of there. Only position that really is concrete, man, is the quarterback if you're legit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Donald. You know what I'm saying? Certain receivers. And,
exactly.
You know, it's a select that are, but right here, a first round pick, and he's not the only. I mean, it's been several that's been cut already this year.
Exactly.
So I mean, I don't know if the drafts picks are that much better. You know,
I don't know, bro.
They just got him out of there. Bro.
Yeah, they got him straight out of there. 49ers, what they what was it, Lynch? What you doing?
Yeah, and he's a DB too.
Right. What's going on?
He ain't playing. He's like,
he's not. He's trying to clean house.
You go, Bob.
Right.
You gotta go, man. And thing about it is, he's like, let me go ahead and surf the market, see if anything else.
Anything else is out there.
Akeem Talib's brother kills youth football coach in Texas. Mark and I actually was talking about this a little bit before the show started and all this kind of stuff. And the sad thing is that both the Talibs, they are coaches on this particular team that you know, that was it was a scrimmage. It wasn't a real game. It was a scrimmage. Come to find out, supposedly Coach Hickman, who passed away, who got murdered, was trying to get the ball, and they kicked it. The other coaches kicked it. Then it was on. And if you saw the video, I wouldn't suggest everybody see the video or whatever, because you know it's senseless, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But just put it this way, it looked like a 5 versus 1 scenario, and the one gets killed, gets shot.
Exactly.
And these are coaches.
Coaches. It's coaches. And then the sad thing about it, y'all wasn't even thinking about the kids that was actually out there on the field. You understand what I'm saying? It's kids out here. It's innocent bystanders out there, man. And it's like, it's sad, dude, that Little League football gets that serious. And it shouldn't. I mean, these kids out there playing, man.
Kill that man in front of his son.
In front of his son. That's not cool, man. That ain't cool. And that just have you thinking about a lot of other stuff like, golly, do you even want to go back to a Little League game? All across the board.
They don't tell them who else is carrying. I mean, there's a lot of people up carrying.
Right, a lot of people's carrying, but that's nuts.
And that'd be some, you know, hopefully we have Shawn on her, Coach Shawn, and we can discuss some things and, you know, the measures and things like that. So that's it's perfect time to have him on here so we can, you know, talk about some things. Rookie quarterbacks shine and debut. We have Willis, who for Tennessee Titans, who shine. Ritter for Atlanta Falcons. And Pickett came in and did his thing and got the Steelers Nation all in the war and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So, hey, all I got to say is people got to realize that these youngsters, man, if they in a great program that's – because you got to think, a lot of these coaches has coached in the league.
Exactly.
Right? So what you doing? You bring in what you learned from the league. Okay, let's get you up to speed.
Yep.
And so we're talking about. I know for a fact Ritter and Pickett started at least 3 to 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So these are seasoned guys, right?
Yeah.
And Willis has been starting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He looked good.
Right.
I'm not surprised. I'm just gonna say that. And the thing about it is, pretty much these quarterbacks shine for teams that need quarterbacks. Even though they got veterans that may start.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, those GMs and coaches went home that night after the scrimmage with a smile on their face.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they all did good. They all did their thing, but I'm so picky with me or whatever because it's like, it's cool. Don't get it twisted, dude. He did a great job, but I want him to start next preseason game. I want him to go up against the Warrens.
Who's dude for the people
Pickett,
okay.
Pittsburgh's rookie quarterback.
Okay.
I need him to go up against Warrens to really see how good he really is.
Okay.
Because you're only going to have Warrens for 2-3 series.
Right,
anyway.
right. True.
You know what I'm saying? So let's see what he can do within between that. Because that first drive is going to really show what he can really do. And then it don't make it no better that Pittsburgh's 3 preseason games are not really against good. You know what I'm saying? Competition or whatever. But I'm not taking nothing from him. Yes, he did good, and yes, these guys are still in the NFL. I just want to see him up against Warrens.
Right.
I would love to see all 3 of these guys up against Warrens, but I think...
Well, Willis did.
Well, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't think Ritter did. I don't even know who's the quarterback at
Atlanta. Mariota.
Mariota, that's right.
Mariota. And out of all of them, I think the biggest threat to really start, to me, out of these 3 is Willis.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the biggest threat to get that.
I think so, too. And I'm going to tell you what, a close second is Ritter.
Yeah.
Because Mariota already done started before, and
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how he picks up this, because both of them new to the system.
Exactly.
Unless they, quarterback coached them before. But anyway, so you got 2 new quarterbacks there. So basically, I would say I love what I saw with Willis. And Tannehill, like you said before, he's going to start, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if that offense gets stagnant, because he got no playmakers except for Henry.
Exactly.
I mean, known playmakers. Let's say playmakers except Henry. So why not have a quarterback who can use them legs too? Because, Tannehill, the Mr. Tight End's a runner too. Yeah, but he ain't Willis.
He ain't Willis. He ain't him.
He ain't Willis.
It's going to be interesting. That quarterback situation is going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I'm looking forward for that one. That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be good. All right. So, hey, hats off to those youngsters doing their thing. I want to go ahead and skip that. Let's do this one. Let's go and do this. We had one yesterday that we kind of disagreed.
That one.
So
I saw that one.
Yeah, we kind of disagreed on that one.
I was like, Jesus.
And I get it, because to me, DN, but when you play in a 3-4, those linebackers are rushing the ends. You know what I'm saying? You know how Pittsburgh forget 3-4, you know what I'm saying, like that. So, they are considered linebackers.
Right.
Even though they come in and all this kind of stuff like that.
Yep.
What do you think about this?
When I saw this online, I said, what did bruh do? But I forget, it's not you. I said it ain't bruh, but I was like, oh my God. Because both of these guys was phenomenal.
Monsters.
Phenomenal. That DeMarcus Ware dude was something else, though, dog. DeMarcus Ware was something else. He was special.
He was special.
I hate to have the end of his career went because, how Dallas let him go and stuff like that or whatever, but he was special.
Yeah.
That boy right there. I was going to say something all about you, man. You knew I was going to say. He was a dog, too.
He was a middle linebacker.
Yes.
Itty bitty, but still that dog.
Yes. He was a dog, too. But if I had to go with one, I'm going with Ware.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ware with this one.
Yeah. Where you at? Gotta get you out of there. All right. So, get you out of there. Yeah, get you out of there, too.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
All right, so today's, we got one today, so let's go on and get that going today.
I'm going to say, you going to get somebody? You just got here.
Yeah, right, that part.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, work with me. The mouse ain't working with me. That's what it is. All right, cool. So, bam. All right, so today, you're going to love this one. James Harris versus Derrick Brooks. Monster one right here. Woo!
I'm going to tell you a quick story real quick.
Go ahead.
Tell you a real quick story. Back in the day in middle school, of course I was a Pittsburgh fan.
Right.
But I always had a secondary team that I loved watching, and it was the Tampa Bay. You know why? Mike Allstott.
Woo! Big boy status.
Big boy, and they around that time, that's when they had that hell of a defense.
Yeah.
When they had that defense to put this up on me like this, now this brought back so many memories. It hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings, dude. But of course, I'm riding with my guy. The dude, but Dirk was a different type of linebacker.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He was a different type of linebacker. Even when he got up in age, he was still doing what he do. But I'm riding with my guy, dude.
I'm gonna say
I'm riding with the head knocker.
I'm gonna say this: Derek Brooks was a faster, more athletic Mike Singletary.
Mm-hmm.
He was always around the ball. He was filling the holes. I mean, I was a Florida State fan growing up. You know what I'm saying? Louisville's program wasn't quite hitting and stuff like that. So I mean, a lot of people around here,
Mm-hmm.
the Kentucky stuff was awful.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like you had to pick, and most people, pick what they saw. Notre Dame, Miami. Mine was Florida State. Mine was Florida State because Deion Sanders and all these other guys, and Derek Brooks, man, war done.
Yes, that team.
Oh my gosh, bro!
That team was crazy, bro.
Marvin Jones.
Yes.
I mean, man, it was sickening. And so I've been watching him, man, and he's just on a whole, man.
Yeah.
Another one, throwing it to the internet. Throwing it to the internet.
Right. I'm biased. I'm going with my guy.
You got to. You got to. You know what I'm saying? That's a must. You have to go.
Going with bowling ball right there, boy.
Yeah, man. Slide this on in real quick. Giannis opened the play for the Bulls later in his career. Who's asking these questions? Why are we hearing about it?
Exactly.
What is the deal? I mean,
I don't get that neither. I'm not understanding that neither.
I don't get it, bro. I'm like,
they trying to fuel the pot. That's all that is, dude. I don't get it. He's still in Milwaukee. Let him finish, the contract he got. Then we talk about where you're going once free agency stuff starts. But he still got 4 more years in Milwaukee? 3 maybe?
Yeah, because I don't get it, bro. I'm like,
unless he says I want to be traded, but
man, why are you even talking? Like, for real, man. I don't get that. And I mean, it's different if he's got 1 year left on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
He's still trying to do what he got to do there. And then, is that 5 years from now? Is that 10 years? Is it 7 years? Is it 3? Is it 2? Then it's different.
Right.
Because then Milwaukee's like, hey man, we need to get this dude out, out of here now. What's the deal? So right here, I'm tired of that.
They need a story.
I'm tired of that stuff right there. But
they need a story.
Definitely had to bring it up with that one. Talk about that one. But this right here, is this the one? Real quick, don't even want to talk about this, not really, but no game schedule on Electric Day. Pretty much they're going to let the players go ahead and do what they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Vote and encourage voting, which is smart. I like that with the league. This right here, 2 got to go. Olajuwon, Embiid, Giannis, Shaq.
I seen that one, but it's almost like that's pretty much kind of
easy, ain't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of easy.
Yeah. Okay, Giannis, I love you, but you got to go.
Yeah.
Embiid, sorry. You gotta go too.
That is so easy to me. So and I'm with you on that one. So hey, Olajuwon and Shaquille, come on, man. That's a different beast. That's a different beast. All right, let's line it up like we do. Coach on here.
How you doing, Coach?
Hey, good evening. How y'all doing?
Doing fine. Doing fine. Go ahead and tee it up for them.
All right, people. Today we got on the show, we got Coach Shawn, which is the president of the West End Yellow Jackets youth football team. How you been doing? I know, matter of fact, let me ask you this. Are you still coaching or are you just laid back now and make sure everything get organized?
I'm just doing the administrative work now. I'm still the president. I don't do any more coaching. I quit that about 10 years ago. I just do the administrative part now. Just make sure everything's running smooth.
So how long, Coach Shawn, how long have you been the president, and how long have you been a part of West End Yellow Jackets?
I've been the president of the Yellow Jackets 25 years this year, 25 years. But I've been involved in youth sports approximately 33 years. I started out with the Portland Redskins back in the day.
So you've seen a lot and touched a lot. So
Oh, yes, a lot of kids.
yes sir, yes sir. So
Mhm.
where is the home base for the Yellow Jackets?
Our home base is Russell Lee Park. That is the corner of 34th and Southern Avenue, right down from Southwick Community Center. And so that's where we've been, and I love that place. It's a good spot. We usually draw a lot of attention when we're out practicing, so you can't miss us if you're coming through that area.
That's right about that. I love that. So as a president, I know Mark was saying that you coach and everything else, and you did too. So what are kind of the ins and outs? Because I know like you have a lot of different leagues that have popped up and different stuff, and people claiming that they're president or saying they're president. What are some of the roles and different stuff besides I know administrative work, but for the people out here that maybe do not know that's going to be watching this, probably watching now or will be watching, what are some of your main roles that you have to do, Coach?
Oh, the main thing when I first became president of the Yellow Jackets back in 1999, maybe 2000, and my whole objective was transforming from just a little league program to become a business. And we went out and got our 501c3, so therefore we can get donations, and it's a tax write-off and things like that. And just the whole thing of treating it like a business. And there are several programs now in Louisville. I think Louisville is really oversaturated with youth league programs now. There's so many, and it watered down a lot of the talent. But like I said, but the main goal was for me was to treat it like a business, but we went out and tried to do everything as far as the Yellow Jackets. I went out. My goal was to try to treat it like a small college. We went out and got a lot of the equipment and things that some of the small colleges have, and by doing that, we was able to train our kids at a higher level and teach them at a higher level. And that's some of the successful things. Why we're so successful early when I was coaching. I mean, we was one of the dominant teams in the state when I was coaching.
So, like I said, and you saying it also about a lot of different teams and stuff like that. Uh, let's talk about COVID because COVID kind of gave birth to a lot of this traveling football. I guess. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong, but you had a lot of teams that was forming and they was traveling. Then you still have some that's still doing it. How did COVID affect the Yellow Jackets in this period through the Little League through your eyes?
Well, as far as our league, we're in the Louisville Youth uh, Football League, and we have approximately 22 teams in our league. Last year, COVID really was more, still unknown, and people didn't know what to expect from it, and a lot of people were scared and everything. But we went on and had a season, and when a kid would get sick, we had rules of how to treat it and what we did. Some teams got to go in quarantine, shut down the whole team. Not so much this year because everybody's understanding it a little bit more. A lot of people are vaccinated, and it's not as it's not as unknown as it was last year. But last year we was able to get through the season. But a lot of times we did have to sit out and put a team in quarantine. You didn't know if you're gonna be able to play that weekend because of another team may have a quarantine, had a kid sick or whatever. But now I think everybody's that's a CDC. The CDD have changed some of the rules now. As far as the waiting time and time you have to be in quarantine. So the league is kind of evolving now as the CDC changed their rules. So it's not as bad as it was last year, but it was a struggle just to get through the season.
Did you have to go when like say 2 years because now we going on three for COVID because it's still
Right.
uh, did you have to go through any of that like I was talking about with the travel like people forming their own travel teams or anything like that because I know when they couldn't when they shut it down and they couldn't play people was forming travel teams.
It didn't really actually. It didn't. We may lost a few kids to the travel team, and I don't have any knock against travel team. I think If a kid's really talented and they want to get the exposure, sort of what they say, then by all means do it. But I don't think the travel team is for everybody. We've run into some parents who pull kids off our team or some other teams and take them to a travel team just to go ahead and sit on the bench. And then they come back the next year.
Right.
But as far as COVID, it didn't affect us, and I don't know much about the traveling teams how it affected them, but we lost a few kids to traveling teams, but it, like I said, didn't really put a big damper on us.
Coach, you said you have, we say 22 teams.
Yeah, in our league, yes.
Wow. That's
Right,
that's a lot of teams, Coach. That's woo. I mean, I know that it's broken down, Pee Wee and all that, right? So, woo,
Right.
goodness. And for people who don't know, how many teams do you got in like Mighty Mikes and Pee Wees on up?
There's four divisions. The Mighty Mites, they run from 6 to 7 year old. Um, Pee Wee divisions 8 to 9, junior division 10 to 11, and then the senior division 12 to 13. So it's basically four divisions, but not everybody has four divisions. Most people have three. But
Right.
middle school took a big part of the senior division.
Wow. That's. I'm still flabbergasted over that many teams. That's great stuff. That's big time. And
But
so,
actually, we
like,
were at 26 a year ago.
we
So
said
we lost one.
26.
Yeah, one, and we had 26 a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. We had 26 teams. So I think four teams then folded. So we down to 22 now.
Mm, wow. that's the
Yeah, it's a lot of kids.
That's a
Yeah,
lot
it's a
of
lot
kids.
of kids.
That's serving a lot of kids. That's
Yes, it is.
that is a great thing. So speaking of that, for people who interested in your league, how do they find information? So when it starts up
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff and prices and that.
Well, as far as the league wise, like I said, the league name is Louisville Youth Football League. You can go on to they have a website. You can go onto the website and take a look at that. But as far as the Yellow Jackets, we're the West End Youth Sports, West End Yellow Jackets Youth Sports. We're on Facebook, and you can check us out on Facebook. And we usually start up back in April. We start our mini camp, conditioning and training in April. So football is pretty much year round almost. We take about 3 months off, and then we back at it again. The season ends around November, and we start back up in April.
Right.
And as far as the Yellow Jackets, we start up in January. As far as meetings, start our meetings and things. I give them a couple of months, all the coaches, a couple of months off, right, do December and January, and then February we start back up and start planning for the season. So it's almost like a year-round thing. But as far as Yellow Jackets, I said we start up in April. We have our uh, conditioning and training camp down at Russell Lee Park.
So what is the process as far as becoming a coach in your league? What does somebody has to do? To become a coach in your league.
First thing you have to do is go to the USA Football, get certified. Every year, all the coaches get certified through USA Football, and then once you pass that test, and you have to do the background checks, and that's pretty much the first two things you have to do. The most important things you have to do is say that, and then find a team you want to get with, and but that's about it. Just USA Football and then the background check.
So we had a tragedy that happened in Texas.
Yeah, I heard about that.
We had a tragedy, big time. Coach got killed by another coach. Basically, as a administrator, as a president, what kind of perimeters do you set for that? I mean, it's nobody knows that's going to happen, but
Right.
as far as parents, everybody's on social media, everybody sees things, and I'm pretty sure you have a lot of parents that are very scared because a lot of times parents is involved in some things, maybe a little bit too much themselves. So, as a
Right.
minister, what is your thoughts on that, and what kind of safety measures do you try to implement in your league?
Well, beginning of the season, we always send a letter out to our parents, telling them do's and don'ts of being in the game. We make sure we stress no smoking, no firearms, no drugs, and things like that. This is a safe haven to leave that. Take it somewhere else. And but as far as being at the games, we always have two armed security officers with arrest powers, and there's a requirement through our league. So that's pretty much. But you never know when it's going to happen because you can't control grown people. But you just try to be prepared for it. And like I said, we do have two armed security officers at our games.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, Coach, let's dig into some of the history, man. What kind of, tell us about some players that vividly stands out to you that you coached or that you was, under your league or, just being a head coach. Give us some players that maybe people may know or maybe not know.
As far as the Yellow Jackets, and we've had several talented people coming out. Currently, right now, we got two people from Yellow Jackets that's playing at UK. Uh, Keontae Goodwin and Isaiah Cummings
The
playing right now. So
Bulldogs.
they're both former Yellow Jackets. Now we've had some good players come through here. Tayshawn McBroom, Jawan Spillman, uh, Jason Hatcher, several great athletes that's come through. And like I said, and back when, like I said, back when I was coaching, we were a top program, and we did have a lot of good athletes come through the program. But we faced a lot of good opponents also. We went against Mike Bush. He was one of the other leagues, 10th Street Cardinals. Just like I said, our league when we was in the Metro was very talented, and those guys went on and did good things on in college and some in the NFL. But so yeah, we like I said, we've been blessed, and there's been so many kids now that I've been around so long. I'm coaching some of the kids. We have them in our program now, so that's kind of changed. I've been around a long time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Like I say, you done touched many lives and that kind of stuff, which is also a great thing that's needed big time. Mark, you got anything?
Yeah, so back in the day, Coach, when you was coaching, who was some of the Yellow Jackets' biggest rivalries? Because I was confused on it because I kept saying it was the Jets, but I believe it was the Rams, right?
Actually, the Rams and the Jets, but more like the Jets. I mean, we have history because Jets and us, we are the top teams, and especially on the senior division, it was always the Jets and the Yellow Jackets in the championship. Yeah, actually, I beat the Jets 5-0 against the Jets in championship games.
Toot toot.
Yeah, that was big in. but
So how
but
many
but we had
championships
good
do you
games
have,
against the
Coach?
Rams. Also. What you say?
How many championships do you have?
I have 8 with the Yellow Jackets. I coached 10 years and I won 8.
Woo.
And was in the championship 9 years out of 10. I was in the championship, so we lost 1 against the Rams, but I won 8 total championships. And when I coached the Portland Redskins, I had 3 or 4 over there. So I've been very successful through my coaching, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've been blessed to have some talent, and I thought I did a great job of coaching, So, but like I said, I just love to see the kids and go on and to college and high school and college and do good. And I go to the games on Friday nights and try to check them out and holler at them. And even when I go down, I went to UK. So when kids play for Yellow Jackets and at UK, I'm down at the end of the bleachers or at the end of the stands hollering at them, give them a wave and let them know. And it excites them too to see me there,
Right.
So.
That's great stuff. That is great.
So, Coach, from back in the day, I mean, how many teams was it back then? Because it wasn't close to no 22.
No. So when we was the new league was in the Metro, they said it used to be 4 leagues at one time. We had, and so that's how things changed now. Now it's only one major league as far as youth league sports, and that's the LYFL. It used to be a team out South Dixie had a league, the West End had a league, uh, the team out like Optimus had a league, and then it was another league somewhere else. I can't remember what it was. It was basically 4 leagues, and they'd all come together and play what we call a super classic. You would play the best of the best of the teams. Whoever won championships advanced on and to the super classic. And that was really fun. And we had our success in that. We won 3 in a row with the Yellow Jackets. But that just show you. I think it was like 9, 10 teams in most of the divisions then, most of the leagues then. So, but now, like I said, there's only one main league, and that's the league we're in now.
Right. So as far as middle school, are y'all convincing the kids to go ahead and play middle school ball, or y'all want them to come back to play little league?
Well, I
For
mean, I can't let that be the parents' choice. You know, because we haven't had a senior team in probably 5 years, and so most of the kids go on to middle school. But there's about 6 or 7 teams that do have middle school. I mean, have a senior division, and then the senior division is what competes with the middle school. But I mean, we don't. I don't try to tell anyone what to take the kid. You know, if they ask me what I thought, I would tell them. But we the Yellow Jackets, we just don't do a senior team because it really is hard to get a decent team because of the weight limit. Kid want if he's a lineman in youth ball, he might want to be a running back in middle school. So there's no weight limit. So they'll leave and go to middle school.
that is the biggest factor. So
Yeah, that's one.
who's all still in y'all league? What all teams? I know you ain't got to run down all 22, but what all teams are still in the Louisville league?
Okay. Let's see. We got the Yellow Jackets. We got the Rams. We got 10th Street Cardinals. Um, we got the Shavley Seminoles. So let's see. Ice Point, the Lobos, and you got Linden Lightning, Christian Academy. Uh, one blank. But like I said, there's still a bunch of teams in it. But like I said, but we all split in 3 divisions too. So we don't. It's 3 divisions at like 8 teams in each division. So we don't play all 22 teams.
Right.
We play the teams that's in the division.
Oh wow.
How many? Hey, coach, real quick. As far
Yeah.
as regular season, how many games in the regular season do you guys play?
8 or 9. We have 9, and then the one team that only has 7 teams in the division, they got 8. But we actually played 9 games, and then you're going to playoffs. 2 rounds of playoffs.
Okay.
Two rounds.
Yeah, the top 4 teams go to advance to the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
I ain't want to put you on the spot like this, coach, but I gotta ask you this because back in the day, I know all the teams that you had. You done had some players to come through.
Yes, I have.
Who was your top 5 Yellow Jackets? Woo!
Players.
Yes,
Whoo, I don't know.
Good one.
Well, to me personally, I always tell everybody the number one player for me that ever played for the Yellow Jacket was Tayshawn McBroom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Coach.
he was so smooth coach. He was very coachable, so smooth and so intelligent with what he was doing, and just so athletic. And actually retired his number. That's how good he was. Uh, but it's like I said, really hard to say because we had some nice kids. Like I said, we had Jawan Spillman coming through. He would be one of them. Chris King, Jason Hatcher. Like I said, it's hard to pinpoint down to 5 because so much talent came through here.
Right.
You know, yeah,
Got a lot.
yeah,
He trying to set
yeah.
you, coach. He trying to set you up. Don't worry. Hey, he does that every time to me. So yeah, that's a good one. That's
One of the biggest things I get now, they want to know who was the best team. What year was the best team? And I said we had. There's a debate in 1998. We had a really good team, and in 2007 we had a really good team. I think the 2007 team had probably 6 D1
wow.
players going to go to college and play. I know 2 of them went to UK,
Right.
but they was very talented. I think we picked up Ace Wells. He played on that. You know what he did at Central in the West Kentucky. He was on that team, and but that was a very talented team.
How many undefeated seasons did you have as a coach?
We actually went. Actually, you see, went 4 years undefeated
Wow.
straight, and then the one game that we lost was the championship game to the Rams. We went from '98 to 2001 undefeated, and then we lost the championship game.
That's
Yeah.
Serious.
great
Serious.
accomplishments.
Yes.
Great accomplishment.
That's
You know what? People still hate me for that. You wouldn't believe it that they do.
Nuts. All right, coach. This is the time to where we give all our guests the floor to thank everybody who's been in their corner throughout their whole coaching career.
Okay. All right. First, well, foremost, I want to thank my high school coach, Coach Dave Peak, and Coach Danny Lisa. They were great coaches. Coach Peak was really the one who instilled. He was I had him my senior year in high school. He's the one who instilled some of the plays that I took from him, as far as his offense and everything. He's an offensive coach, and I learned a lot of things from him. And then when I went on UK, I learned a lot of things from UK. So when I first started coaching Little League, I combined what I did in high school and what I did in college, and that was part of the reason I was so successful. You know, but as far as with the Yellow Jacket staff, Maurice Marchman, he brought me on to the Yellow Jackets. Coach Barry Shelby, Rob Clayton, those guys are like my right hand men. You know, we have a Pancake. Everybody knows Pancake. He's one of our big supporters and fundraising and just all around Yellow Jacket guy. He does a lot for the organization. But over the years, I've had a lot of great coaches come in and help us and implement. Coach Tony. Um, trying to think some other coaches. But so we just like we've been around. When we're doing it 25 years, kind of forget names and things. Sometimes I'll see a kid and I haven't seen him since she was 12 years old, and then he come to me and hug me in a mall or something. And I like, I don't remember your name because last time I saw you was 12. So, but I wouldn't trade it for where I think God uh, gave me the talent and the will to do this. And to me, this is my mission from Him, and I do it for the love of kids. I just my way of getting back to the community. And it's funny, Russell Lee Park is where I played Little League football at when I was 12 and 13 years old. And so now, see how it goes in full circle. I'm right back there again.
Right.
You know,
Right.
uh-huh. Yeah. So, but I enjoy it. And I'm trying to get some of these younger guys to take over the administrative part of it. So the others I keep rolling because I'm 62 years old now, and I'm trying to wean my way out. But I want the others to stay strong.
Right.
Hey, Coach, thank you for joining us big time today. And we know that the Yellow Jackets are going to probably continue to be a thorn in people's side and get championships and all that stuff. So we appreciate you joining us today, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
I appreciate y'all for having me. I enjoyed it.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's what it's all
Yes,
about,
sir.
guys. I'm telling you, that's what we do. Thanks, Coach, again for that. I just love that. You have to really have passion, for the game and for the kiddos.
Right.
That's a lot of people that he doesn't touch.
Yeah,
a lot of kids.
A lot.
And then the league got that many teams that's competing and things like that. So hey, man, I'm so glad he was able to join us and share his knowledge and tell us a little bit about the West End Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you, Coach.
Hey, don't forget, guys. Tomorrow we should have another banger. Tomorrow, all goes well. We should have former Male Bulldog, Louisville Cardinal,
Jeez.
Baltimore Ravens,
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons,
Yeah.
current assistant coach for Cal, Chris Redmond, on tomorrow. So hey, we keep on doing what we need to do.
We rolling, baby.
Peace out, guys.
Y'all be good.
Have a good night. Intro. We froze.
Gone.
Peace out, guys. Again, if I can get it. That's when you have no storage. Chilling. Like a villain. There we go. I couldn't pull it out. There we go.